It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and our focus is on Darnell Washington, whose utter dominance has moved him within range of the single-season receiving record. It's the Texans and the Broncos, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a 7th-year pro and a literal rocket scientist. Here's Joshua Dobbs.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 70 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. And a throw right sideline is complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the 2nd overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
The numbers for Mixon last week: 15 carries, 120 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. You look at this Bronco defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Trap 60.
On the draw, here's Stroud. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Check it.
And Stroud now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's brought down at the
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. Panther 11, Panther 11.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25.
60
Stroud now on 1st and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Darnell Washington, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Back to throw Dobbs. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Luntz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Texans.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge, and fire out.
Denver's offense now set to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. The Texans at 9-2 to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. They go again with Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, here's Pierce. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Warrior, 70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Stroud looking to throw. Being chased out left. Nico Collins. And finally down at the 9-yard line. First and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
18, Pioneer. Buffalo, 18. 19, Lion.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
79 Broncos.
Stroud to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Stroud. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
But D'Amico Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for 2 here. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. Buying time to his left. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the... These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go for one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
happy.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Here's Dodds to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Texans will take over. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk up going to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year not to take anything away from him. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And down to the 36-yard line here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. That is caught. Touchdown! Nico Collins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Got it. Ready?
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the visiting Colts who were able to pick up the road victory. Anthony Richardson, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Next, we head out to check out another game, and they've gone to the half in that ball game with the visiting Browns out on top. Nick Chubb has a touchdown run. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. Justin Herbert, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. We were witness to a solid first half from this year's number 2 overall pick rookie, C.J. Stroud. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime. These 2 clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 62 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Takes it to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ready.
Mixing up the middle. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That good for 22 and a first down. Again, it's Mixon. He'll get this down to the 38.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A handoff to Mixon. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Panther 11, Panther 65 cat, 65 cat.
Stroud on third down now. Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it.
18 Rattler. Warrior 17.
Stroud working out of the gun. Dancing to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Broncos will take over on downs. On first and 10, Dobbs. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 3.
Smash, check, alert, alert.
On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Broncos. Viking 18.
To throw is Dobbs. Hits his running back, Piron. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
No.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
Reload. Alert.
Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. And his pass incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
Ready?
From the 35, here's second down and 3. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Joe Mixon, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He stiff arms it, and he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the Trill. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. It's Mixon on the counter. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got him now.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 60. And the Texans are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And Denver getting set to take the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. On first down, Dobbs to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Dobbs. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
18, Pioneer. Buffalo 18. 19, Lions. Hustle, hustle.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And it is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Takedown. A touchdown on a kick return and now run through the air. And the Texans have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen to P. Ryan. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Out of the gun, Dobbs.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Dobbs. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll get 34 yards there.
34 yards. First down, Broncos.
Now Dobbs. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
This is caught. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
First and goal.
Come on. Hey.
Dobbs steps away, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Wants to try to add the PAT.
Hey. Alert. Roll.
And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Makes the score Texans.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
Set to kick off.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
79 Broncos.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, here's Stroud. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling this team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the Texans, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2, and they will hit the road next week to